So
a bit messy on the rolling start here. A lot of cars caught out further back. Side by side they're supposed to be. We look for the red light to go out. Is the starter happy? Yes, we are. We're racing in the National Sports Sedan Series. Race number 1. Making our way down to turn 1. It looked like Tony Ricciardello was there. If he holds on to that position, he may well have the lead here. The West Aussie racing with so much speed in his Alpha. Number 5, Tony Ricciardello, is holding on there. It's Stenter, Ricciardello, Caruso. What a start by Stenter.
a car to get going, because at the moment Ricciardello's opened up nearly 2 seconds, and as we speak, like he was listening, he's got purple, so fastest of anyone out of the first sector in that Alpha. There's us in that.
We look further back down the order there. Anthony Cox, Willem Bircher there in 12th, Tim Tritton in 13th, Jason Compton, Mark Duggan in 15th. Start on row 2, Mark Duggan, Scotty Cameron, who had that rear end issue yesterday. Well, he's made his way back into the top 6. Daniel Nolan in 7th, Ben Mannix in 8th. Glenn light on. Are the starters happy? Yes, they are. And we're away and racing. Jarvis, Robinson, Sefton and Bircher. 2-3 wide down into turn 1. It could get messy as they trip over each other. A lot of the fast cars further back in this field. Nice and clean.
Around the cargoes there.
Good pick up. I was just about to say nice and clean. Commentator's curse. And we've got one around in the background just on the exit of turn 2. We'll stay with the racing at the moment and see whether that car can get itself moving again. I can see him reversing back off screen. He should be back out on track. And there we are, Scotty Cameron. He's back up and racing, so we can keep this one green. Jarvis, Robinson, Seton and Duggan, your top 4, as we set off on the first of 12 laps.
Caruso there.
The official results of race 3 for the National Sports Sedan Series. Jordan Caruso, he takes out the final race and his first race win of season 2023. Tony Ricciardello, he's in second. Great to see him back here. Hopefully we'll see him at the rest of the rounds this year. Ashley Jarvis, your round winner, series leader. He finishes 3rd in race 3. Michael Robinson, great job by the Victorian there in 4th. Birol Seton, he's in 5th. Mark Duggan, Anthony Cox, Willem Bircher inside the top 8. Stephen Lacey and Alex Williams round out the top 10.
Moving forward from
Duggan in the Aston, and away we go for race 2 of the weekend. And Gary O'Brien right alongside me. This is different how we started yesterday. Ricciardello gets into the lead. Jordan Caruso in the P2.
Yeah, Ricciardello was back to 3rd after starting on pole in yesterday's race, and one's gone off there in the background.
He was come 2nd and 3rd in the championship all times that he wants to even remember anymore.
Here's Steve Lacey coming through the field, just got ahead, although Darren Curry's bringing the Mark car down the inside. They're both trying to get past Mark Duggan in the ex-Kerry Bailey Aston Martin Chev. Of course, most of the front-running cars in this category are Chev-powered. That's apart from the Saab, which is running a Dodge engine.
Well, look at this. This is a nice move here. Curry gets through on the 2012 championship winning car. Debuted in 2012 and won the championship in 2012. No one had an answer for it with Kerry when he came out, had they?
And now Duggan comes back at the Coyote-powered Mark car through turn 6. They've got a new Mark car coming for Jeff Taunton, which will be a full Sports Sedan spec GT car, their latest innovation.
Tim Tritton just in the background there, car that was driven by Scribblehead himself, Rand McGlurkin, who's covering off all the social medias for the category. Had it for a year or 2, moved it on, and these guys have given it a very, very happy birthday update in numerous areas. And it's a famous sports sedan. It's had numerous different owners across the years. James Phillip, I think Dean Cam as well. And it's a weapon, it really is. And the more Tim gets used to it, the more that one will start to push up the field.
Well, unfortunately, it pulled up in qualifying just on the outside of turn 2 and pulled up in the same place in the race. So it must have had something over there they needed to retrieve. Not sure about that, but good dice here between Curry and Duggan. And now Triton moving in onto the back of the Aston as well. Steve Lacey, of course, didn't finish yesterday. Had fuel boil.
He's got out there, and Nick Smith, I'm not sure he's got out there as well. I can't see the bright yellow. Maybe there it is, bobbing around. No, that is Stephen Lacey, but they're away. And that's getting desperate. In fact, I think he's had an extra reef of the wheel to get over there.
I think it threw it sideways just very briefly, and he managed to salvage it.
Let's hope he hasn't torn a tyre at all going up the stretch. But Tomasi's blood in the water now. He's going straight out after them. And this trio are already pushing on. Have a look at Coxie in the Saab. He's found some impetus. Ryan Humphrey up the inside there on Michael Robinson in the big silver number 30. And that car has got a lot of horsepower.
Certainly has. And Duggan in there behind him, followed by Donnelly. Steve Lacey after a DNF in race 1 coming back up through the order. But off the start there, Tomasi tried to thread the needle, go past the first 2, but the door was shut on him. And then, of course, we've seen Ricciardello have that little moment out of turn 1 that almost pitched the car sideways.
Ray Hislop or Jake Camilleri have gone off wide there, and Ray following him. Coming around turn number 5, lots of dust in the air now. Let's see Lacey, he goes through. And let's have a spot on Donnelly. It's a couple of New South Wales protagonists doing working pretty hard on each other here at the moment. They've come north for the weekend to do the National Series. And they're working very, very hard. Right in front is Duggan in the Aston Martin as well. We had a bit of a look in there in the lunch break around there with Duggan. And certainly a great build and a really special car in the Australian motorsport landscape.
Lacey finally got past Donnelly. He did it down the back straight, got a good run out of turn 2, carried the momentum down to 3. Now he's got to try and get past someone he knows pretty well. Races against him in the State Series in New South Wales at just about every round. That's Mark Duggan in the Aston Martin.
Gee, that car 30, it's a lot of car to push through the air, isn't it? Chasing down Michael Robinson in that iconic Australian coupe shape that Ash Jarvis is also deploying in screen there. That is a massive move, 0.4 of a second, 0.3 of a second there in the lap record. So has he got the Audi working in the window?
Yes.
Right now he does, yeah. That is amazing pace. 1.9 seconds lead over Tony Ricciardello in the red Alpha. Here's Stephen Lacey working onto the Aston Martin, the Duggan family hotels.
So nothing wrong with the Aston Martin in a straight line, but runs a bit wide out of turn 3. Lacey gets alongside him, but the Aston Martin will come back at him. Duggan regathers that spot. They're fighting over 8th position at the moment.
Stephen Lacey, a multiple state champion in New South Wales, runs the combined sedans events at Mount Panorama at different race weddings through the year. Looks to the inside now, the Aston doesn't get through. He has now got the problem coming in from behind with Chris Donnelly. And then after Donnelly is Curry in that Mark Mustang.
This may be his opportunity, but I don't think it has a straight line sniff of what the Aston Martin has. That proves to be correct there when he just can't do it. But he might get him at turn 2 if he sneaks up the inside. Again, he's got a long straight to negotiate, and it's just not helping the Chev Camaro pilot at this stage.
Big shout out to Shane Bradford just leading the Camaro there. Would have been great to have the Queenslander out on track with us here this weekend. Flames flying out of the Chris Donnelly Falcon. Apparently race cars with flames go faster. Couldn't agree more. Certainly more spectacular.
Indeed. And with the overcast conditions we have, they show up a little bit better as well.
They certainly do. 6 of the 13 laps completed now by our race leaders. So coming up to half race distance on this lap. And at the moment, Jordan Caruso has just done a 1:06.83. He's taken another 1.15 of a second off that lap record.
And Ricciardello's done a 1:07 neat.
So he's gone under the previous lap record of Thomas Randall. Well, Randall will be at the next round here when Adelaide race again. He fronted up to say Dean and Thomas will be watching this. Big shout out, guys. There it is. There's the new lap record.
Maybe. Oh, Chris Donnelly's.
Lacey's slowing. No, he's not happy either. No, that's not good.
Curry trying to go down the inside of
Coaching room outfit from Bell Real Estate in the Dandenong Ranges in near Melbourne.
And this battle continues without Lacey, but certainly we have Donnelly and Curry there.
Oh, Chris Donnelly's been driving really well and got this car really just percolating along nicely. To be able to drive up to the back of that Aston Martin like that, you've got your car operating nicely.
We haven't seen it, but Ash Jarvis has lost 4th position to Tony Cox in the Saab.
Look at that. This is going to be a change of position here now, so this will see P7 go to Chris Donnelly, and it does.
Duggan's been running wide out of turn 3 on every lap, and this time Donnelly took advantage of it. And
looks like Curry's about to do something very
it looks like it might be a handling issue with the on the corner exit.
Can't see any flames. There's a lot of smoke there, acrid smoke going up into the air.
It's a wrong colour smoke.
It's not nice, is it? No.
No.
No, that's not nice. Smouldering, that one there. Let's see as our timing screen starts to glitch out. Takes the last race of the weekend to not perform the job we needed to. Yeah, it's getting glitchy, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping at the screen. But that looks like that fire is being attended to now. Well done to Chris to bring the car into safety and get himself out of it. At the moment, Jordan Caruso now has just eased the lead of this race back out to 2.7 seconds. And last time
He's in the lane, so we've got Caruso in front from Ricciardello, Jarvis 3rd, Cox in 4th, Ryan Humphrey 5th in the
and there's the
Falcon.
checkered flag too.
And I guess he'll work on that before the next round, which is at Sydney Motorsport Park on the second.
1, 2, 4 that you've seen then, that's Peter Ward. The next one after that in the triple rotor RX-7. So Caruso controls it and away it goes, and Ricciardello's going to go with him and try and drop down the inside as they go down to go 1 and gets the job done. So Tony had a feeling he might be able to make the measure of Caruso in the first race. Unfortunately, had a bit of a slip. Sedan mayhem out here with fast cars right up the front of the field. Caruso tucked right in behind Ricciardello. Will try and slot himself out there. Chetton and Shields the next two. Then it's Ingram, Duggan, Lacey, Fogg, and the other Ingram car followed by Mantikos. Jarvis has just picked him off going into turn 1. And Shields looking for a way past Chetton as they go down to turn 4, but already our front two have pulled away. The big three are, as I said before, Caruso, who's now in front of Ricciardello and right on the line, Peter Ingram has pipped Billy Chetton for 4th position. So interesting race, bit of drama throughout, but when these cars are firing and on song, they're good to watch. Over 10 laps, hopefully we can get through it without a safety car. Jordan Caruso on pole, Tony Ricciardello alongside of him, and we're just about to hit the big go button. Red flag, red lights on, red lights will go out, rolling start, and away they will go, and there they do. Ricciardello's got a great start. Shoots in behind Caruso as they get into turn 1. Caruso gets hit and some other good bits and pieces, so it's one of the, obviously can't qualify for Trans Am, but it can run in this category as a sports city. Ricciardello there, we've just seen Ingram sprinting Ford Mustang, central muscle car, spec car. But,
great looking car.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Only done a few modifications, took a bit of weight out of it, left this with a green track, just a local yellow there. Do we get a local yellow? No, it's actually a yellow out. There's one there, yes. Just holding on a bit, the battle for 4th, I should say. Steve Lacey comes home in 6th position. Then it should be Ryan Humphreys. He's been through the wars, and he's just ahead of Mark Duggan, who they were the two that had the contact. So I guess for